Welcome back. As promised, as you know, Mondays is our Ask the Vet question segment, and Dr. Bentley is here. Love having you. Welcome back. I haven't seen you in a little bit. I know I've kind of been off, but you answer questions that our friends have. What did you say?
I said you're always off.
No, I'm not. That's a whole nother segment, sir. Single mother of two. Okay, so Karen wants to know, Dr. Bentley, because she's family too, like I am. Karen wants to know, what is the best cat food when it comes to kittens?
Kittens, okay, they need high protein. All cats are what are called obligate carnivores, which means they do not eat vegetables. They require a large amount of protein, kittens more than most. They also require a large amount of calcium because calcium does not come in meat. It comes in the bones. So generally what you do is you get a good quality kitten food. And the brand really doesn't matter so much. The general rule of thumb for any pet food is that the more you pay for it, the easier it is for the animal to digest it. So there's less for you to do at the other end. If they can, you don't have to feed them as much because more of it goes into the cat and less into the cat box.
But is it better to keep the food regulated or just be a free-for-all when it comes to your cat or even your dog?
Well, with cats, you can usually put down their food because you can get a few cats that are pigs and they just won't eat until they see the bottom of the, they won't quit until they see the bottom of the bowl. But most cats will self-regulate. The dogs is a different story, especially large dogs. You do not need to feed them free choice, mainly because they tend to eat everything all at once. It stretches out the stomach ligaments and they get into problems with stomachs that rotate around their axis and then they die. So you have to be real careful of that. It is a very good idea for large breed dogs and Labradors and up that you feed them 2 to 3 times a day.
So no matter how cute their little faces are, don't fall for it.
No matter how cute they look.
Okay.
That's right.
Here's a question that we've just put in. The dog has just had puppies, but she is not nursing. What can be done to fix this? This is coming to us from Jason. Jason, thank you for your question.
Well, thank you. And then the answer is you can train a dog to nurse the puppies. A lot of times you have a lot of problems with this with first-time mothers. They want to go party and leave the kids with grandma.
You're on
right?
a serious roll today. Cats that are pigs and partying dogs.
But that is a problem, and a lot of times if the mother, she may not even be producing milk. You need to make sure she's actually producing milk, and if she's not, or she will not allow the puppies to nurse, a lot of times you have to take over, and they do make dog milk replacement for puppies that you actually have to get the little bottles and you have to feed them. Yeah, it's a pain.
Just like humans. Sometimes mommies have a hard time producing. Okay, here's my question. I wanted to know, because obviously more and more families are putting up the Christmas decorations and it looks so good and so glamorous. What recommendation do you have for those who have pets that are kind of roaming around the house when it comes to decorations?
Number one, if you have pets, do not put tinsel on the tree.
What will that do to their system?
Well, if they eat it, they typically will get what's called a string foreign body. It's where part of the tinsel wads up into a knot, and then you have these long strands that stick out from it. The knot will get stuck somewhere. Typically in cats, it's around the bottom of their tongue. The strands trail down into the intestines, and they act like a bandsaw. The cat's intestines keep trying to push it along. It doesn't go anywhere, and it just saws holes in their intestines. And if they do that, then they die, obviously. You can't live through that. It is very, very dangerous, especially to cats, because once they start licking the tinsel, they have those little bristles on their tongue. They can't spit it out. They have to swallow it. And and another thing is, if you see tinsel coming out the rear end, do not pull it out. You do not know how long that thing is. It could trail from one end to the other, literally. And if you try pulling it out, you will cut them in half.
Dr. Bentley.
So it is very,
I was not ready for
I know it's gross, but it is very important.
If you have a question for him, we have his information linked to our website, local15tv.com. I shall never look at tinsel the same again. Dr. Bentley, stay with us. Tom Russo's on deck next.